the Glass Blown Open. A historic disc golf tournament that's been running since 2003. That's 22 years. I'm literally 25. The event has become a huge tournament with hundreds of competitors, but it's primarily known for the environment surrounding it, with block parties, poker nights, and tons of auxiliary competitions and events. However, it got removed from the Pro Tour last year, citing weak growth and that the environment has degraded over the last few years. So I'm taking it upon myself to figure out if that's true. I'm gonna play in the tournament, check out as many side events as I can, interviewing players, talking to event runners, investigating on my own time, all to determine if this event has truly lost its touch. Let's find out. Today is Thursday. We're currently driving from Texas to Kansas. The tournament doesn't start till tomorrow, but the auxiliary events started on Tuesday. Our plan for today is to get in and practice the courses as much as we can before the sunlight runs out, because I've never been to Kansas and never played either of the courses. We're currently a few hours into our drive, and we're definitely gonna be cutting it close. Then once we get settled, we're gonna go check out the welcome party and see what that's all about. So, let's get it. Well, we've determined that we're not gonna make it to the courses before sunset, so we're gonna play this course so I can get some practice in before my round. I'll be going into the tournament blind, but hey, okay, I'll just be an athlete. That's what I like to do. So let's have some fun on this course. I don't really like playing tournaments blind, but I've been making a habit of it recently. During this round, I'm primarily working on my mental game, as well as focusing on hitting my lines, because those are the things that I can control when I'm playing a course blind. All right, we're a handful of holes in, and I don't think that we're gonna make it to the welcome party either. So I think we're just gonna play the entirety of this course because it's absolutely beautiful. This will be a great warm up for the courses I'm playing tomorrow. I'll be playing blind, but that's okay. I'll do as Broderick says and just be an athlete. I guess I'll see you tomorrow for round one and a bunch of other stuff. So let's do it. 2025 J. Milley Signature Series. Good morning. Today is Friday and the actual first round of the tournament. We didn't get into town until like 11:30 last night, so we're a little bit tired and we missed all of the stuff that's already happened. However, today there is a lot going on. There's a putting competition, a poker tournament, and there's a mechanical bull, which might be the thing I'm most excited for. But I can't let those things distract me from the actual tournament. Mechanical bull. The tournament's like the whole reason any of this happens. Mechanical bull. Outside of trying to see if this tournament has lost its touch, my main goal is to cash in this event, which is the top 40% of the professional division. And there's a lot of heavy hitters playing in this tournament, so I've got to focus up. Okay, let's get started with the day. My day was slated to start with the putting competition. After some coffee and breakfast, we pulled up to Champions Landing where my first round will be, and we were shocked. The course was beautiful and there were just so many amenities. But, alright, I tee off in about an hour. The only opportunity I'm gonna have to do the putting competition is before my tee time, and I can't figure out where that's happening. So hopefully we find it with enough time for me to do it, warm up, and then still make it to my tee time on time. So, okay, I ended up finding it and learning the rules. All right, I found where to do the putting competition. It's right here. I'll put the rules up on the screen right now. Okay, so we're gonna do that. Hopefully I don't stink. Great start. All right, not my best effort so far, but I can make up some points on the farther ones, so. I don't think I'm making the putting finals. Not my day. Horrendous showing. I'd love to blame the wind, but it was kind of just my fault. All right, time for round one. Let's go warm up. I warmed up for a little bit, and then it was time to tee off for round one.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first round of the 2025 Glass Blown Open, presented by Dynamic Discs.
I always feel some nerves on the tee, but this is probably the biggest tournament I've played since moving to MPO. And my goal is to cash, so the nerves might be hitting a little different. In my humble opinion, if I'm gonna cash, that means I need to finish this entire tournament at least a handful of strokes under par. So playing this course blind is a bit silly, but it's what I gotta do. My mental game is gonna be the key that unlocks cashing. Taking the course one shot at a time and not letting a bad shot get to me. Oh! I thought I accidentally made that, but I think I'm really deep now. Like here. Typically, that rollaway would get right in my head. But today, I locked in and made that putt. I'm so hyped that I locked in and made that par save, because what the heck was that? It sat down and then stood right back up and rolled to like 25 feet. Whew. Almost let that get me, but I didn't. So. And I'll be honest, I was really happy with how my mental game fared this round. But first, all right, day one fit check time. We got the J. Millie hat, we got the black Vessies, we got the Lululemon pants, we got the Circle One hoodie, and we got the Armory polo. Pretty fire. It's my professional fit because it's day one. There you go. See you guys in day two fit check. So yeah, like I was saying, my mental game round one was great. I made a lot of putts. Let's go, dude. I threw some great shots. Nice. Got the sidewalk skip somehow. And yeah. I finished 8 over par. Goodbye, disc. Well, that sucked. Very disappointing. I played blind and it was just a rough round. So I'm definitely looking forward to attacking this course again in round 3. I know I can shoot way better. I can shoot even. I think I had like 7 OB strokes. Let's run them right now. I don't know how many it actually is, but I mean, with 7 OB strokes, I just get rid of my OB and I'm like almost even par. So just don't go OB. Let's go to some of these auxiliary events. I'm excited. Poker tournament next, I think. Outside of the disc golf, the main premise of this video is to see if the Glass Blown Open has lost its touch. And who better to talk about the event and what it means than the co-founder, Eric McCabe. We're gonna do a little walk and talk and play the 9-hole Ace Run Central course. Let's do this. Let's do it. But before we start, let me give a little bit more context. Like I mentioned earlier, this event has been running since 2003. In 2020, it was renamed to the Dynamic Disc Open. That was also the year that they removed the amateur side of this event, making it exclusively a Pro Tour stop. And consequently, that was around the time that the turnout and support of the event started to lose its luster to players and spectators. AMs were no longer playing alongside the pros, and it seemed like people didn't want to drive out to Kansas just to watch the Pro Tour. Proving, at least to me, that a lot of disc golfers prefer to play competitively, not just hitch themselves to a pro's success. So I need to ask McCabe a few questions. But first, we just started by playing the Ace Run course.
Oh!
And he walked me through some of the history behind the event.
So I've always known that in Emporia, Kansas could host something special.
Okay.
I think we have the perfect recipe. Being a smaller community, they feel the impact when you have 1,000 people in town.
Yeah,
You know,
totally.
they feel that impact, the economic impact, all that. I think when we were up to 1,600 players at one point was the highest we ever got at this event. 1,600 players, and I believe it was like more than $2 million impact on the community, which is just huge.
$2 million. After hearing that, it kind of made me think that the community around GBO was built off of Emporia. The city and its people kind of lend themselves to the event.
Here, there's nothing else to do, so that's why we started having this festival style of an event.
like-
It just blew up.
Big old block party.
Yep.
Everyone hangs out.
Yep.
Poker tournaments. The pros are going to play poker. I mean, that sounds like a blast.
Eric continued to tell me really cool stories behind the glass blown open while we finished the round. He was actually shredding, by the way. This was to go perfect.
Oh, come on. Oh, got the back.
Just a little low.
But while he was telling me the history behind the event, things were starting to make more sense to me. If people make the drive out to Emporia to play or watch, the city actually cares. You just don't get that in Nashville or Austin or Portland, which isn't a bad thing. It's just different. But I still had one burning question I needed to ask McCabe.
So, you know, gosh, I'm trying to phrase this without. So this event's no longer on the Pro Tour for the first time this year.
Yeah.
And, you know, citing whatever they're citing, what do you want the Glass Blown Open to be moving forward?
Great question, man. You know, for me, we've been a part of it as national tour. We were the kickoff event back after COVID. We weren't even supposed to be a Pro Tour event that year. I love having the Pro Tour here. I do. I love having the pros here. I think it's great. But for me personally, I would much rather see GBO get back to where it once was, with all the AMs. I mean, I'm great having the Pro Tour if they want to come, but I don't want it just to be a Pro Tour event. I want everybody to be able to enjoy what we have here to offer. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
Seems like they really want to get it back to its heyday, and I want to experience that. So we wrapped up our round. Here are our scores. And it was time for the poker tournament. Was an elimination style event where the final survivors get payout.
All right, we're at the poker tournament. I guess this is what I'm living off of. Let's try to win it.
$10 buy-in, Texas Hold'em, with about 75 people and quite a few tables running. I was lucky enough to be at a table with some really cool people, and we were having a blast.
We got double the chances to make it onto the next round. So they said they're gonna kick our butts.
Oh, yeah?
Cards, start shuffling them. Colors, everybody. Whites are 1, reds are 5s, greens are 25s, blues are 50, and blacks are always 100. If you're confused, please come up here and I can say it in Spanish. So let me know.
So the tournament started, and somehow, after the first round, this happened.
I had a pair of aces. Oh, I had the run, right? Oh no. So me? First one win.
Somehow I won, and that kind of continued into the second round.
2 in a row, baby. Give me them. Give me them.
But pride cometh before the fall, because I started to slow down.
I'm losing my touch.
However, there were a few more funny moments.
Brennan just put like so much money in on a pair of 8s, and I just matched him the whole way. We have the exact same hand, so we just push.
Then my cameraman Jackson got out.
He is officially out, one of the very first. Why did I even trust him?
Then I made one crucial decision.
I'm in. I like that. Alrighty. I fought valiantly, but I'm dead. Kenny killed me. Hey, good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Now we can go home. Mechanical bull.
This is the thing that I've been looking forward to all day. We walked in and it was a little bit weird vibes, so I was only gonna have one shot at this.
Let's get it.
Not too shabby, but that fall definitely hurt, so I made Jackson do it.
lived up to every expectation. That was awesome. See you guys for round 2 tomorrow. Not round 2 of the Mechanical Bowl. The Mechanical Bowl will be gone. Round 2 of the tournament.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to Saturday. You might be like, Jay Millie, it's not morning. Yes, it is. It's like 7 a.m. right now. I slept on the course. Nah, I'm just kidding. We came out here to film a short this morning at sunrise, so we didn't bother any of the competitors. I'll put part of the short right here. This is one of the most iconic holes in all of disc golf. And I want to see how many tries it takes for me to land in bounds. Hopefully just one. Yeah, I lost a few discs, but at least yesterday was an absolute blast. GBO is making quite the case for itself because today is going to be another busy day. Our agenda for today is as follows. We have round 2 of the tournament, we have a DD warehouse tour, and the block party is tonight, which I'm really looking forward to because Eric hyped it up so much. And honestly, the thing I'm most excited for is to redeem myself after my horrible performance yesterday. So let's go get some coffee and shred. Oh my gosh, it was out of focus the whole time.
And rounding out the 10:20 tee time from Lewisville, Texas, Jay Millie.
Woo! Yeah. Oh, sneak. Oh.
This round started out pretty meh.
Inbounds.
Actually, not meh, just straight up bad.
Oh my gosh, dude, what am I doing? I don't know if I should throw forehand today.
I wanted so desperately to come out in this round and redeem myself. However, I didn't start out too hot.
Best case scenario is double bogey. Moving on.
I was actually over par literally until hole 12 when I finally got back to even.
Thanks.
Actually, my putt and mental game felt amazing, but I just couldn't throw.
Dang, get through somehow.
Shameless plug, but the only disc I was throwing well this round is my 2025 Signature Series Inner Core. And yes, they glow. Pretty freaking good.
Oh.
Coming down the stretch, I wanted/needed to push hard, especially because of something I haven't mentioned yet.
I have 2 goals for the rest of the round. I'd prefer to not have to make any more putts, just want to park the basket. And I'd also like to beat everyone on the card because then I get a tech disc and I want a tech disc. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, you heard me. If I get the best score on my card, I win a tech disc. A whole tech disc. Easily worth $300, and every card got to compete for one today. Crazy. And with 4 holes to go, I was just 2 strokes back. After a good drive on hole 15, I had this putt to get within 1.
That was to put myself in tech disc striking range. That's what I'm calling it.
Stepping up to the next hole, playing blind was definitely a factor. I definitely yanked my backhand.
No.
But the OB was tight, and in retrospect, I should have known my miss was to throw 2 over stable to avoid it.
Ooh. That OB might have taken me out of tech disc contention. I think I'm just gonna have to play very well on 17 and 18 to have any shot.
Hole 17 was a super blind shot, so I tried not to make the same mistake I made on the last hole. Playing in the tournament blind is not the move. Nonetheless, I threw a pretty decent drive.
I think it's fine.
And then just softed my Signature Series up to the basket.
I think that's parked.
Easy birdie. And yeah, that put me 1 stroke back again.
1 back. Come on, baby. Let's get it.
If I birdie 18, it'd most likely be a playoff for the tech disc. It all comes down to this. That was atrocious. My backhand has for sure been my weakness this weekend.
That's OB, right? Yeah.
I need to get back to the lab.
No tech disc for me,
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
but a much, much better round.
Not an insane round by any means. I had 6 birdies this round, or 5? One of the two, which was much better. Mental game was only bad for like 2 holes. You probably didn't see it, but I was like super upset with how I was playing. I just got off the phone. I just got off the horn with my wife, and we were talking a little bit about it. Since I still work full time, I play disc golf like once a week right now, because any other time I'm devoting to disc golf is to edit these videos. So I really can't be that upset with how I'm playing. Like, I'm playing like I play casually once a week, which is true. What needs to happen is I just need to start playing more, really focusing on working on my form and figuring out these backhand and forehand issues I'm having. My putt's great, honestly, and my mental game has been really good. So like, those are 2 things that I've worked on, but I haven't worked on like playing and like attacking a course in like a year or 2. So I think I've regressed. But the main reason we're doing this video is to see if GBO's lost its touch. And so far, it doesn't look like it has lost its touch, but there's still a lot more we need to check out. And another round, which I'm still gonna try to shoot well at. I'm not giving up, don't worry. Let's go check out the DD warehouse. One of the things we missed on Thursday was player check-in, which happens at the DD warehouse.
Dude, this is crazy big. I'm excited to see this.
We obviously started with the most important things first. Dynamic whip. What you doing if I pull up in this? Probably being dynamic or something. This is the dynamic door. Super dynamic. Eric's on his way to get us, so we had to come up with content. I'm sorry, guys. That was pretty bad. All right, let's go in, I guess. Dude, this looks crazy. The setup right when you walk in is pretty legit. They have this sick waterfall looking thing with a DD symbol, this big, super clean hangout area, and a bar / kitchen / whatever in the back. But one of the things I was most interested in was sitting on the table. Are these the trophies?
MPO?
MPO
That will not be me.
or me.
I think having like glass blown open and then the trophy is kind of like correlated, and there's a story and community behind it. That's what we need.
Yeah, totally.
You know,
Well, that's what the GBO is all about.
Yeah.
Because Emporia is really known for glass blowing.
Yeah.
You can actually major at Emporia
No
State
way.
University. One of my kids is majoring in glass blowing.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yet another reason why GBO feels a bit special. After that, Eric showed us the museum, walked us through a few really cool areas. But unfortunately, as Jay Millie, I kind of get an all-access pass, and that's not a true measure of the GBO experience. So we'll save a full warehouse tour for another video.
I don't know if you can see in the video, but I almost can't see the end of this hall. Like, not all the lights are on. This is actually nuts.
The Glass Blown Open player check-in did have a small warehouse experience though. You got to walk through the majority of it, then stamp your own disc. And there was a pop-up discount shop with a ton of really cheap discs and items.
Eric, I will tell you right now, I am resisting like touching every disc ever.
Yeah?
Yeah, like right now, all I want to do is just touch every disc and just grab a stack and just run out.
I didn't do that, but Eric was kind enough to give me a handful of discs.
All right, well, that was the DD warehouse tour. I am very shocked at how much is going on. Was not expecting that. Big thanks to Eric for taking us through and showing us everything. We really enjoyed it, and hopefully you guys did too. And now, it's time for this. Fit check number 2. Forgot to do it during the round, so you're getting it post-mortem. Got the yellow pants on. We had the white super used Vessia on earlier, but right now we got Hoka's. We have the Nike dry fit polo, wearing the same Circle One hoodie, pretty fire. And we got a Trash Panda Circle One hat on. Great stuff. Circle One, sponsor me. Block party time. Block party time. Eric's been hyping it up all weekend, so I have high expectations. Let's go check it out.
The block party was low-key popping. There were definitely a couple hundred people there, and I don't think that they were all disc golfers.
I am patroning my first business, patroning specialty soda. I look forward to it. I'll see you in a second. Root beer. You'd think I'd buy a disc, but I bought root beer. Oh, that's pretty fire.
We kept looking around, and there were food trucks, pros vending, shops vending, live music, just a lot of cool things going on. And I was making sure to have a diverse patronage.
All right, making my second purchase, and it's a refill. Root beer review, 9.3 out of 10. Very yummy. Now I'm gonna try the orange cream. I look forward to it. I will give you a review later. Refill secured. I guess maybe we should look at some discs.
So we checked out the DD tent and called it a night.
We're getting these. Pretty sick. Both of these discs for 20 bucks. What?
That was the block party. There's still a lot going on. I think the live music's about to start, but I'm cold and I want to go to bed. Got a few really cool discs, got a really cool experience, got some great soda, and yeah, I'd consider this place a success. See you guys tomorrow.
Hello everyone, welcome to the final day of the Glass Blown Open. Really all that we have going on today is the final round. So kind of with that being said, I'd officially like to announce that I've drank the Kool-Aid. Oh yeah! The Glass Blown Open has been an incredible experience for me so far. I really like what they have going on. I think that the community aspect is one of the best I've seen at a tournament and just in disc golf in general. I know they've had a few tough years, but I think they're on the right track to get it back to where it once was. 1,600 competitors, are you kidding me? That's so cool. If you have the opportunity, you need to come play this event. The courses are insane. The environment is awesome. You'll probably make a few friends. I know I did. So yeah, the quest is complete. They have not lost their touch. Or you might say like they're getting their touch back, if that's a saying at all. I don't know. But with that being said, let's finish strong. My other two rounds have been absolutely abysmal. You probably haven't seen very much of them because they have stunk. So let's make this a round that you get to watch the whole thing of because I play well. Okay, see you out there. I kind of just sped through the other two rounds because I played horrible and they weren't that interesting. But this round is gonna be different.
Oh, sit. Not very far.
Firstly, I'm gonna play better. But secondly, I'm gonna show you guys it regardless.
About to have a scary putt. Final round. We're running it. You know the vibes.
I set out with the goal of cashing in this event, and I don't think that's gonna happen.
Scared.
But that's no reason to give up. Par. I read a quote recently that said, "It is the mark of a great athlete to be bruised yet still conquer." So even though I might be out of it, I'm not giving up. Instead, my goal for this round is to shoot even par or better and get a nice little 1,000 rated round to finish off the event.
That's all I was going for.
I'm also looking to get my revenge on this course.
Didn't get a hold of it as much as I needed to.
I honestly didn't need to push much farther to have a putt. So that kind of blows, but par's a par. And it's better than I did on Friday. So, par. My mindset for this round is just to play some smart golf. Take pars where I can get them and avoid the OB as much as possible.
Par. We're just the parking today. Call me a car because I be parking.
I'm thinking a lot about how I want to miss if I make a mistake.
So far, just playing smart golf. Haven't really had an opportunity to birdie yet, except on hole 1, but it's fine, it's fine. Let's just keep playing smart.
Like if the OB's on the right, I'd rather throw too overstable of a backhand and just take a par.
Dang, hit something.
I did the exact opposite of that here.
Toby. It's those power backhands. They're getting me. Dang.
Luckily though, my approach game has been on point.
Bogey. Not ideal, but I played smart coming back. We're just gonna play smart.
I know I'm bound to make a few mistakes every round. I just can't let those mistakes affect my next shots. Right now, I'm just one mistake in and one over par. Easily recoverable. Except that I let my mindset and mistakes build up, and this happened.
Dang. Let's keep it rolling.
I'm still trying to get the hang of the one shot at a time mindset. It's super hard for me to ignore what has already happened in a round and just hyper-focus on the shot in front of me.
That was a big mistake. Let's get some birdies.
Luckily, I was able to lock back in here.
Got that silly one back. Just got to get the other one back.
Back to just one stroke off my goal. And we're coming up on the hole that playing blind got the best of me last time. I didn't check the tee sign before I threw, and I thought I threw a perfect drive. It was right in the middle of some OB. So this time, I threw a backhand. It was alright. Definitely better than being OB again.
Nice. I really wanted to go for the hero shot and try to birdie, but I think if I tried to like really rip into a backhand, I just don't know where it's going right now. So it would have been kind of silly. I think the smart play was to miss like I missed and take the par. Just got to play smart golf. I'll get birdies on a different hole.
After playing the Pro Tour qualifiers earlier this year, and now being on this other Pro Tour level property, unlocking my backhand distance as well as accuracy is something I'm realizing is paramount to my game. Missing the birdie there was kind of just on that putt though.
Good putt, just high.
Like on this one. I went OB long last round, so I didn't feel very confident hitting the green.
I guess I got through. That was really lucky.
I somehow stayed in bounds, but there's no world where I'm reaching the green from here. So I took my medicine and parred.
Played it smart. 2 strokes better than last time. 1 over through 9. We're halfway. Much better than last time, but we can do better. We can do better.
This next hole is one I can definitely reach. But I went OB.
Out of bounds. Out.
And had to attempt to save par.
Kind of a bum skip.
I didn't.
Can't be upset about a missed 30-footer, but still stinks.
But back to my point. Out of this entire course, there's about 4 to 5 holes that I currently can't attack for birdie just because of the length. I gotta get my distance up, as well as work my way back to even par, because I'm now 2 strokes off of it.
All right, we gotta hunker down, guys. Losing it a little bit right now. I don't think it's far enough, but I'm happy with it.
And I honestly thought I was gonna get one back here, but not quite.
Part.
And also not quite here because this is hazard. So I just took another par.
Thanks. Thought he was gonna give me a fist bump. I'm so trying to fight back to even, but I'm just focusing on one shot at a time, and I'm definitely playing way better than I have in the last 2 days.
And as we were coming down the final stretch, I began reflecting more on GBO. As I already mentioned, I definitely bought into the culture they've built. I had an absolute blast this weekend and loved to be in this little town called Emporia, playing the sport I love. One of the main things this tournament showed me is the value of community in our sport. We are too niche a sport to not support each other. I'm not against preferences or strong affiliations, but kind words and humbling yourself go a long way. The mantra I want to embody moving forward is don't knock it till you try it. Give every company and experience a fair chance. GBO is an awesome tournament, but I had a negative view of it just because of what I heard other people say. I came out here and realized I couldn't have been more wrong.
Should have went between the legs, but that wouldn't have been smart golf, and I'm playing smart golf right now.
That being said, I stepped up to the final 4 holes with 2 strokes needed to get back to even. Scratch that. I went OB by the skin of my teeth.
What the heck? That was insane.
Now I have to throw from the drop zone. And now it's 3 strokes I have to make up in 3 holes.
Heck this grass right here. This is the grass that screwed me. Gotta take what the course gives you, but that really upsets me.
Being upset probably wasn't the move for one of the scariest holes out here.
Oh!
Because I yanked the heck out of my drive.
All right, didn't lose my disc, but I lost my dignity because I didn't make the island.
And you might think it's all over. Even par's not gonna happen. Well, you'd be right, because I can't make up 3 strokes in 2 holes. But I'm running this putt for par. And
let's go! That's how we do it, guys.
I'm gonna birdie the last 2 holes.
Get down.
Not my best effort. I'm gonna need to make some magic happen. 365 feet to the pin, low ceiling, over a ton of OB. And yeah, I put it to 5 feet for birdie.
Let's freaking go. Let's freaking go. Let's freaking go.
1 hole to go, and it's pretty much birdie or die.
I think it's fine. Be far enough, please.
I had this putt to go 1 over on the round and overcome some of my mental struggles.
Give it to me! That's how you finish, dude. Way better than last time. Come on. This was a lot of fun. GBO success. I'm already looking forward to next year. Big thanks to Eric McCabe and Dynamic / House of Discs and all of them for hosting and putting on this tournament and getting me out here. I can subscribe perhaps. Pray for Jay Millie to play better moving forward and work on the things that he needs to work on. Okay, bye.